और साइंस वाले दोनों को प्रैक्टिकल में साइलेंस का चमत्कार नहीं, लेकिन साइलेंस का कार्य सिद्ध करके दिखाना पड़ेगा। ना अभी फास्ट करना पड़ेगा। साइंस भी देखो, समय को, चीजों को बिल्कुल सूक्ष्म बना दी जाती है ना। तो साइलेंस पावर कितना शक्तिशाली बना रही है, ये अनुभव करो।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today's day 4. Pilgrimage of Silence. Foundation of Silence is knowledge. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Getting very good feedback from many of you that you really taking a lot of benefit from this observance of silence, pilgrimage of silence. And today is like what we understand of silence and what Lokik people understand of silence is different. Our silence is based on knowledge. We don't want to control the mind. We don't want to suppress the mind. But we still want mind to be able to balance between thinking and silence. And this morning, Baba in the blessing talked about the subtle thoughts. A lot of people talk about mind and then subconscious mind. That means even if you think that your thoughts are under control, or I don't think, but if you go in and subtly see that there are some very subtle thoughts, now how do I use knowledge for that? Now the thoughts could be connected with your body, connected with the pulse from Lokic relationships, from any material comforts, facilities, or even situations. Right? These are 4 things where in very subtle way mind is still pulled. So when mind is pulled, mean you have subtle thoughts. Like many souls say, even I always used to say, oh, I don't have fear. But when there is time, you might not have thoughts of fear, but subtly there is fear. Very subtly. So it's in subconscious mind. And everyone has fears from different things. Whatever had been the experiences from the past. so that those are sanskars of the experience, so that fear will emerge. We don't know, right, in our past lives what happened, but sanskars are there, experiences are there. So, with knowledge, first of all, as Baba said, change your relationship with your own body. Before, of course, I thought I am body. There was a lot of attachment with body. Now we know it's my body. I am soul. I am soul. This is my body. So we start seeing body more as Baba says, vehicle, as costume, as instrument. So with knowledge, I am changing my relationship with body. This is vehicle for the soul. Uh, I am the body's instrument for the soul. Costume, I am playing my part through the body. So the relationship when changes with the body, then deep subconscious mind also, this attachment with the body. Care for the body is good, but attachment with the body is not good. So same is with all Lokik relationships. They all are souls. They are Baba's children. But when we say my children, my grandchildren, my this, my parents, whatever. So first I have to be detached. Then they will also, there will be change. But if I have attachment, even little bit, they will have lot, right? So they keep pulling the mind. Their thoughts will keep appearing in our subconscious mind and create subtle thoughts. So Baba is not saying to leave relationship, but change it. In soul consciousness, they are also souls, so no attachment. And you can have it. And then it becomes very loveful relationship. That means it's not out of attachment. They keep thinking about it. So you will have lot of subtle thoughts. Cannot have silence. Even cannot have good yoga because there is pull of subtly I am being pulled. So we cannot tell them not to have attachment. But I change my consciousness towards them that they are all souls. And then in this birth, we have to play part together. They are also children of Baba. So as much I am able to be conqueror of attachment, that is why in 18th chapter, the last stage says, embodiment of awareness, Simriti Sarup, Nashtomor. That means you are conqueror or destroyer of attachment. So knowledge, I am using knowledge now that all are souls. So when you say my grandchild or my grandmother or my this, there is that pull in body consciousness. Same is with the material belongings, our whatever we have. It could also have lot of subtle pulls. But if you really, they belong to Baba. I am just the trustee. So when I am trustee, this subtle pull, the bondage which Baba call, will not pull us. And every situation, whatever happens, okay, it's according to drama. It's another scene of drama. And there is then another scene that passed, there is another, then another, no? When drama is moving, the scenes are changing. But if one scene has gone, I'm still thinking of that. What about present scene? No? Because that scene had to happen. It went. Drama is moving. Different scenes are emerging. So using knowledge or understanding to change the relationship. So I'm changing now consciousness. And also then gradually the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind has to be also clean when there are no subtle thoughts. Anything. Baba doesn't stop us for using. But we are also so much absorbed in churning, in remembrance of Baba, that we don't remember many things. Whatever, let's say you like some kind of food. You like it, you think, and then for a long time you forget, and then suddenly you remember, oh, I completely forgot about it. Because there is no attachment, so it's not in our subconscious mind. So it doesn't keep pulling us. Right? Otherwise, even the taste could pull, smell could pull, words can pull, eyes can pull. There is subtle pull of all the senses. So we have to, and that is why Baba says, okay, you like something, but eat in Baba's remembrance. And when you eat in Baba's remembrance, then you won't have pull, right? You will enjoy it and then, okay, it's over. Otherwise, lot of pull towards the food. So this way, all these subtle pulls are attachments which create subtle thoughts, which is called subconscious mind. So it's a very, so through knowledge, I know why these thoughts are coming, and then I have to change them. When I change the consciousness and make myself free from attachment, then it's not leaving any sanskaras in the soul. So that means there won't be any pulls or subtle thoughts that Baba is saying. Baba is calling them the threads, bondage as threads, not maybe chains, big chains. Once Baba said, you have broken the big chains, but the subtle thoughts. So when it comes to silence, okay, you don't speak, you don't think, but you are still thinking in subconscious mind, thoughts are emerging. So I liked it this morning's blessing. I thought, look, Baba knows what efforts we are making. I always find whatever we're doing together in the gathering as if Baba is with us. And whole day I had been really noticing from where, how these subtle thoughts emerge. So that means still there is a lot of chat going on, a lot of pull. So then I said, when Baba says, when you are in your total awareness, you become aware in silence of your true self, that I am soul, I am light, I am peaceful, I am loveful. That's my true identity. And also you connect with everyone in that awareness. Very lovely, actually. So you become free from all the bondages, bondage of relationship, but relationship remains. I have this very beautiful experience in of life. They're all my lokics. They became a lokik. And then after that, there was a lot of love for each other, but there was no let me call, let me talk, let me do, never. But at the right time, whenever we needed or good wishes for each other, that we are always for each, we are present. Baba will make you uh, be there whenever there is need, not because of my desire. Once I was traveling in Africa, few countries, and then I was returning. So Dadi Janki said, why don't you go to Mauritius? It's only few hours from there. So I said, okay, I will go. Dadi told me. And when I reached there, then my Lokik sister Chandra had to have a big surgery. Those same 2 days, I didn't know. So when I reached there, it was just moral support because Divine Family is so good, they really take care. So I said, how come at the right time I am here? So wherever then you are needed for whatever doesn't come from your desires or part of your planning, but Baba will make you present there if necessary. You have to believe that how as much I am becoming detached and soul conscious, Baba uses your presence in a worthwhile way also. So it becomes service, it becomes a good example, and our inner trust keep growing that I am not leaving anything. Baba's service is my first duty. And then when really it's needed, Baba will make me reach there, but that will also be service. Right? So knowledge, use knowledge for silence and just observe your subtle thoughts. But for that, it is very important. Uh, More we create soul consciousness, then even the subconscious mind will also be changed and it will become very spiritual, soul conscious based. And that will become really true silence, deep silence, very sweet silence, where there are no pulls of any kind. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So today is Saturday. So we'll be having our chit chat day. But before we do our chit chat, we will get our homework. So I would like to invite our dear angel sister, Sister Elizabeth. Welcome.
Thank you, Sister Bhumi. I always feel so special in how you introduce me. And thank you so much, Mohini Didi, for those insightful words. I couldn't help but think of Baba as the ocean of knowledge. when you were explaining to us about the subconscious and conscious mind. And so the theme is meeting this ocean of knowledge and how silence allows us to reach the subconscious. So it's as if the shore, it's both worlds. The conscious mind meets the subconscious mind with the ocean of knowledge. And so I thought it would be nice if we look tomorrow morning in Baba's Murli to pick out a specific Murli point that makes me dance. What Murli point in that Murli touches the heart and cools the mind that makes me carefree, worry-free, and fearless? So today's homework is foundation of silence is knowledge. Baba, the ocean of knowledge, is dancing the dance of knowledge in front of me. I watch the dance, hear the music, and allow myself to go to the shore of silence. So now let's go to that shore with the meditation and melodies to experience Baba as the ocean. I, the soul, go to the shore of silence. Baba, the ocean of knowledge, is dancing the dance of knowledge in front of me. I, the soul, watch the dance. I hear the music and allow myself to return to the shore of silence. I remain in complete silence in yoga with the Supreme Soul. I am in front of the ocean of truth. I am carefree, worry-free, and fearless. This joy is called the dance. The purest knowledge, so I can follow and understand. For in the silence I can hear him. He is calling out my name, and in an instant I'm before him. He wants to make me just the same. He lifts me higher than a mountain. He fills my pockets with precious gems. In the silence I remember then I turn and dance again. I surrender to the music. I am dancing to the shore. For this knowledge is like an ocean that my heart has known before. I am dancing with my father. We dance together. I hold his hand. For in the silence I can hear him. He is calling out my name. Bache, bache. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vyakti Journey, a Vyakti Parivar Chit, sharing from the heart that touches the heart. So would like to invite our dear brother Eric. Welcome. We always look forward for Saturday. Welcome, welcome.
Om Shanti. Special greetings to each and everyone, and to Mohini Didi. Nice to be with you all again. And such a good theme with the pilgrimage of silence. But Mohini Didi, I have an issue tonight. I went so deep into silence. I have no questions. Am I doing it wrong? Are we supposed to still have questions coming up when we go into silence? Or is it normal that we go into silence and suddenly there are no more questions? So what are we going to chat about? And even Mohini Didi has gone into silence now, so I'll be all by myself in silence. Actually, I was... Here you are. Om Shanti, Mohini Didi. Good evening. So you have to help me tonight because I went too deep into silence and I lost all my questions. There were no more questions. And so I thought I will use one question that was sent by someone from Avyakti Parivar. And it's very funny because there was one question that was sent. It's exactly what you answered during 20 minutes. So even that question is already answered. So it seemed like it's not going to be any questions tonight. The question the soul had was actually about attachment and how to burn the seed of attachment. And the soul was saying that even trying to burn it, it still came back. The pull, the desire to call the person, the attraction to the person, as if the subconscious mind was talking. So you addressed that already, but do you think we can add any practical advice to someone who can't break that relationship and feels the pull of attachment still there?
It depends what kind of attachment it is. One is that we already have so many relationships, and other is like getting into different new relationship. And that's where really a big choice comes. Do I want to create that relationship? Do I want to get into that bondage? Or we just, through remembrance of our sending lot of good wishes. And so sometimes when there is a pull, we want to fulfill that, Let's say it's a friendship or partnership, something there are desires, subtle desires, and you want to start that. So we should be aware that we are putting ourselves into a bondage or a new relationship. And then a time might come, I might realize that that was not right choice. Maybe I should have, just not responded in a way that I did it. So, it happens with all of us in the sense of, certain age and whatever reasons there is some past karmic accounts towards different souls. So, understanding of that, so if it's based on karmic accounts, so you will form that relationship, but it won't work for long. Because as soon as that karmic account will finish, you will feel I made a wrong choice. I should have been free. It was not necessary. But you already, went on that journey. So I will suggest that think about that what is the aim of my life? To be free from bondages or have another bondage? I've seen so many, whenever they begin this new kind of bondage or relationship, after few years, they really, they might enjoy for a while, but they always regret and say, I shouldn't have done it because there is no joy, there is no happiness, and it's just because of some karmic accounts. So karmic accounts can be settled through remembrance of Baba. In your heart, you can have a lot of good wishes for that soul, but you don't necessarily need to form different relationship. So that's what I don't know exactly what's the situation, but I'm guessing that it's a situation where kind of new attachment is arising from somewhere, or liking and then being together.
Simi, it was the person was referring to a relationship that is already there, maybe mother and child or husband and wife. So, but the thing is, the soul was saying that, to burn the seed, I think you shared after a Bog message that maybe you should change the thinking about the person and you should look at the qualities of the soul. And she said, yeah, but I look at the qualities, and what if I start liking the person even more? So
no,
I'm joking, but she said that you were looking at the qualities, but it still feels that there's a pull toward the soul.
No.
So, but I don't have more details.
What you have to do is to have lot of good wishes, but look at that one as a soul. Because you are forming relationship as a soul to soul. So you will find that there is a lot of love, but there is no attachment. Yes, there will be love for sister, love for brother, love for mother, or friend, anyone. But I definitely find that when there is soul consciousness relationship, then internally the seed of attachment is burning. And you will find after some time that you love each other so much, you could be support. And, after all, let's say mother, no, she will need support. You can do everything, but there is no attachment. But always remember, when there is attachment, there will be two things. You will be weak and you will be sad or have sorrow. And that's the sign of attachment, that if anything happened to that person, as if you are suffering. But here, when something is happening in soul consciousness with very close relationship, you just remember Baba more, you are giving good wishes, you are giving sabkash. So if I want in true relationship to help anyone, it's only possible is in soul consciousness. So if I truly love people, I will have relationship as soul conscious relationship, so that I can be of support, I can be of strength, and help that person in the right way. I call that as true love and not attachment. Even that closeness like Dadi's, no? Dadi Janki used to, I think all of you have experienced, used to love me so much, Dadi Janki, all Dadis. And as I mentioned one time, with small arms, with my big shoulders, she will try to embrace me so many times. Even last time we met her, I'm just wondering, I was telling one that one side I have a lot of pull for Madhuban, other side I am little thinking, but I left them in the cottages. Now there are memorials, and how will I feel about it? So there was a lot of love. And I feel that somewhere deeply she knew that I will need to be loving. I will need more and need to be loving. So she was giving me a lot of love. Lot of love. I think attachment too, because anything she eats, she will remember. But again, it was not attachment. Dadi Janki said one time, when there is purity, there cannot be attachment. There could be very, very deep love for each other, but not attachment. See, attachment is again a vice, comes from body consciousness. So relationships is good, happy to be have a lot of relationships, right? How big we are in our godly family, right? Unlimited, and everyone has so much love, right? But not attachment.
The two little questions then. Why is attachment the last chapter of the Gita? Should it be maybe before? We should start with that, not the last chapter. And did you have to make effort to make sure you were not getting attached to the daddies? Or do you think that because of the quality of your love right from the beginning, attachment didn't come?
There was not attachment, but there was very deep connection and communication. That means I will know, I will feel what they want, what they need, what they want me to do. You know, it's a lot of very strong feelings will come at the right time. Now, when we use word attachment, it's not just with human beings, right? Everything is part of attachment, right? Whether it's money, could be greed, whether it is for your own self, could be arrogance. So it's really the foundation, the seed is attachment, and that attachment creates a lot of souls. They don't remain pure. My partner is very sad because of purity. So again, it's attachment, right? Not saying that it will benefit partner also. So mostly people fail in attachment. It could be money, it could be relatives, it could be anything, you know. So it's really the whole thing.
Our own body.
Definitely, yeah. That's the first one. So attachment is the seed of the body consciousness. Attachment begins, no? With body, then body relationship, then material things, and you know everything. So that is why to be detached is very, very important. In other words, it's soul consciousness. I don't think we should worry about attachment. Practice soul consciousness. Look at everyone as a soul. Even when you, as I said, you eating what you like, there's no problem. But eat in remembrance of Baba. I'm feeding the body. So you're not feeding your desire, but you are feeding the body. Sometimes we feed the desire. Oh, I really wanted to eat this. So while eating, remember Baba. And I said, sometimes you will forget your taste for a long time. And then when you see something, oh, I used to like, can I have it? So where's that desire gone? No? So Dadi is also in Yagya, Dadi Jan Prakash Mani, what do you all like to eat? She used to put us in buses, take us to watch the falls and picnics and all that. So all that is not attachment, right? That means you live a full life, but still you can be free from attachment. And I mean, I might have attachment somewhere, but one thing I definitely realized when I was a young Brahmin, because I didn't like sorrow or sadness. I said, why sorrow and good person to have sorrow? And I realized it's attachment. So I grew with a kind of loveful, but also could be detached. So I think when we realize the root of sorrow, root of misery is attachment to anything, whether it's people, whether objects, whether whatever it is. So that is why in the last chapter in our stage of perfection, that when you are fully aware of your true self, you will not have attachment. You will definitely be free from attachment. So that is why I like these subtle thoughts from subconscious mind. And today whole day I was saying it's true how, attachment, not attachment visible, but also you want to see things in a particular way about the individual, about a place, because you want to see it in a particular way. That expectation is there, because of that anxiety is there, because of that concern is there, because of there you are thinking extra. If we start observing then where the subtle thoughts are going, you will find somewhere either there is expectation, there is desire, or there's something connected with attachment. That's why there are so many thoughts.
I was going to suggest we make the link with silence, because if there is attachment, definitely the soul will not be able to keep the mind, nor the conscious or the subconscious mind, quiet. And I was wondering, when you talk about the subconscious mind, what do you think the subconscious mind is connected with? Is the conscious mind connected with the intellect and the subconscious mind more with the sanskaras, or where do you connect the subconscious mind?
I think that both are connected with sanskars. So sanskars will emerge into the form of thoughts, right? And there are certain sanskars which are there, we don't know. They are merged in us, and they are working like in the way of subconscious mind. That means they are somewhere deeply. And it's so interesting when we become aware of these subtle thoughts, then deeply you come to know so many of your subtle traits there, which is coming from the sanskars. And so I think they both are from sanskars, but some sanskars are like, we do certain actions or we are getting some information, like sanskars which are playing now form of thoughts. But then there are certain sanskars which are very, very subtle, very deep, and they emerge in the subtle thoughts. As I said, that my expectation, let's say I feel, one is expectation, others to have good wishes. That Montreal family should be very big, should be self-sufficient. Let's say whenever you will call me, I will have a lot of good wishes. And now today you say, yes, it's a big family, we are doing very well. So we maintain those pure thoughts and good wishes, but so even if there is expectation, there is not attachment. But let's say if it doesn't work and we are not able to change them with good wishes, then they create very subtle thoughts. So that is why when Baba talks of pure feelings and good wishes, both are very pure feelings, because feelings are very, very sensitive, delicate. And so we have to keep them safe. But then good wishes, that means don't get tired of maintaining good wishes. You want something, you have a vision, you want something to see properly, have good wishes consistently. I think that can change these subtle bondages. And I think at least I found today one or two incident where I thought I have very subtle thoughts. And I immediately thought that I have to drop off and I have to do something about it. So I think once we become aware of subtle thoughts, which today Baba said, you immediately come to know which type of sanskar or subtle desire is there. Because of that subtle desire, you have subtle thoughts. And they could be really disturbing into yoga, or, even it could affect your sleep, it could affect many things. So I feel it strongly recommend that we all look into that and try to change them into good wishes. There will be more power, more accomplishment than just having good, in a way, subtle thoughts of concern.
Is that what you meant by saying that to clean the subconscious mind, you need to use subtle thoughts?
No, good wishes to clear the subtle thoughts. That means
That's
even
what I'm
if
saying.
there are,
That's what you're saying is the method to clear the subconscious mind. So good wishes and pure feelings.
Pure feelings and good wishes can help to clear the subtle thoughts, in the sense of you will have thoughts, but they will not be like a chat or disturb you, or kind of like, internally there is some deep chat going on and you're not able to control it or stop it. I think we need to work on that for a day or two and see how it could help us.
So you said we start with knowledge, and I was wondering, when do you feel knowledge becomes silence? Is it that there needs to be merging, there needs to be virtue, there needs to be experience? Or because we can go into a lot of knowledge without...
Even the first lesson when we get, I am a soul, I am a peaceful soul, I am a loveful soul, I am a pure soul. Actually, if we look at that day, how many thoughts must have gone? Even on the first day when we learn about the soul consciousness, lot of stuff from the head just goes, connected with immediate, like it's not we become soul conscious. Just to know that helps us to go into this self-awareness, this silence, no? So I find a lot of stuff just disappear. It drops off from our, old self. So I think that immediately, but we don't experience that silence. But now when you think that as much we are deepening in our understanding, that much we are able to be in silence.
I didn't know we'd be going into silence and knowledge tonight, so I was reflecting on the previous evenings, and my questions was about the connection of silence and purity, but I'm sure it will be another evening that you will be taking that connection. But I'm wondering if knowledge becomes silence when knowledge connects me with my own purity, not just with my intellectual thinking, because I can say I'm a soul, and not connect really with what is the soul. So I was thinking that maybe knowledge, has to be going into such a refined thought that it suddenly connects me with my own purity, and then it becomes silence. Is it possible?
But also just knowing that I am soul. One is repeating, but just to know that I am soul, it's like now connecting with the true self. That means really, and that is where yesterday I was saying that thoughts of the mind, thoughts of the intellect, when there is silence of those, then it's possible to really see. It's like a mirror is there now to see your true self. That was my experience yesterday during day. Many times, like I am now seeing who am I, So whether we call it purity or soul consciousness, but I think as soon as you come to know your soul, some kind of purity begins, right? And it's with the knowledge, and now it's with the knowledge for so many years. Yeah, we come to know the true self, no? And true self is definitely pure. No?
Because as long as the sanskar doesn't change completely, or if there are still traces of body conscious sanskars, even though we're not supposed to even talk about sanskars now with Dadiji thought, that we should just say divine character and divine virtues. But if there is an old sanskar that is left in a corner, it will continue to activate subtle thoughts. And that's why at some point, knowledge will have to also do like the goddesses, with the sword and the weapon of knowledge will have to kill the old sanskar, or the broom. Maybe we should give a broom to goddesses, so they can clean up a little bit, not just a sword.
Why don't we cultivate new sanskars,
Yeah.
Because if, let's say I find that any kind of anxiety is there because it's lack of patience, maybe lack of trust. So why don't I just pay attention to have more patience, more trust? So that will reduce the effect of that sanskar also, because we can cultivate new sanskar. I pay a lot of attention to that. And that is why the third subject is dharana. And dharana really means one is inculcation, another is cultivate new sanskars. And when there are new sanskars, that sanskar will be replaced completely. But it's quite a journey, but it's interesting, it's unending. But we know that very soon, yes, we will be quite free from attachment.
So since I have very few questions today, I'm in silence. I got one for you also from Magic Bhumi. And someone is asking, what's the difference between dead silence and sweet silence? As Baba says in Murli, to experience both. So which one of the two is the Paramdam stage? Sweet or dead?
I think both, dead and sweet. No, why Baba uses dead silence is like, very deep, total silence. And sweet silence is like I am, the joy which is emerging from that silence.
Not dead yet. That's a sweet before I'm dying. And then after that's
when I think when Baba uses word dead is not death. Dead is like total silence, pin drop silence. They call it dead silence. That means there was no sound at all. But dead silence mean death silence connected with death, But dead silence really means total silence. But also internally that sweetness should be experienced. It shouldn't become like I am totally in silence, but there is no joy inside. So there should be very deep, joyful and sweet dead silence. So you can have together.
Yeah, we can have both together, yeah?
Yeah, because when Baba uses this word is, Baba sometimes say hermit has left body or a great soul. So like dead silence, In Hindi, they call it sanata. Sanata means like suddenly everything becomes so quiet. That's how described, dead silence. And sweet silence is when internally you are aware, but you're really enjoying it and feeling very nice in that silence. So this is what I can describe. Yeah.
I know why everyone must have sent comments that they like this topic. As soon as we started hearing about silence, it's almost like we're invoking silence. Mm-hmm. And I was experiencing last 2 days as if just by focusing on silence, it's almost as if we're invoking Sattva region and the home, the soul world, to come and be with us in the corporeal world. And I really enjoyed that experience. But, I think I know why attachment is the last chapter at the end, because, it's the story of the muffin. And, sometimes we say to a soul, I know I heard that long time ago, and it said, oh, the daddies, they are cooked. They are cooked when they are complete. They're final, they're almost in their karmatic stage. So the last test of the muffin is to be removed from the mold, right? And if there is attachment, you break the muffin in pieces, and it's not nice to eat. So maybe the last test of the soul is when it has to be removed from the container, and that's when you know if it's going to remove in one piece or in pieces, and that's going to be the last test.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, when soul has to leave body, and that is why when I used to wonder that Dadi Gulzar, so many years knowing that she's not able to use body as it should be, but she remained in such deep, silence, and you could feel contentment. And so it's like she was aware that soul is still doing service. It's only not speaking, but definitely creating something for yagya, silence. And so when Dadi has become awake, we do feel her missing. No? Even she was not active. So I think that last test is when soul leaves the body, right?
Okay, I have one last question.
Another?
What is the Toli today?
Toli today, yes, that's it. Because so today actually we made halwa.
Oh, good.
Everyone knows about halwa, right? I went to Germany and I went to all the centers. Everywhere bhog was halwa. Because they said Sudesh Didi taught us this one bhog. So otherwise they always bake cake or baking lot, but everywhere was halwa. Of course, taste was different everywhere, but it was just bhog of halwa. So today we also had to offer bhog for some souls, so we made halwa, fresh halwa instead of toli.
So you see, perfect Toli for answering the question about sweet and dead silence. Because it's sweet and we offer it when people pass away. So halva will be sweet and dead silence combined. Thank you, Mohini Didi. You see, we made it without any question. We still had a lovely chit chat. So thank you. And
Salwa.
Oh, all right. Nice.
Halwa from cream of wheat. Cream of wheat only, and then we poach it, make it little brown, and then put either water or sugar. Milk and sugar. Yeah. Tastes very good. Okay. But this also leaves the pot like muffin, right? Baba also give example that when the
halva is ready, it takes away.
It leaves the, it separates itself from the pot.
One of my most wonderful moment with Daddy Janki was when she came with you in Edmonton. And if you remember, I don't know if she was trusting me making bhog in the morning. So I was still a young Brahmin. So she wanted to check how I was making halva. And, she could barely see what was in the pot, but she wanted to stir the halva. And I was about to put some lemon. And she said, no, you don't put lemon in the halva. I said, Daddy, it's very good with lemon. She said, no. We had a big argument with lots of love, but we ended up putting lemon into it, if you remember. And I served halva, with a little bit of lemon juice. And you were in the little kind of dining room in Edmonton, and she had the halva, and she said, yes, it's very nice. Maybe she just wanted to please me, but we put some lemon juice. Because I used to invent new halva with strawberries, with lemon, with pistachios.
One time you had bananas in halva.
Banana halva. Yes, that's why it's extra sweet. Anyway, nice being with you tonight again. Lots of love and a big, big Om Shanti, Mohini Didi. Good night.
Om Shanti, yeah. Let's do silence.
Om Shanti, thank you very much. That was a wonderful chit-chat.
Om Shanti and good night, everyone. And be in sweet silence. Om Shanti. Good night.